These are the parts that you want to buy. So you want to get a pipe here that's 2.5 inches in diameter. I bought stainless steel because I want to be able to weld it instead of aluminum in case I have some problems and I need to weld it up. It's 24 inches long. I actually bought one that's 48 inches, and you'll see in the video that I'm cutting it in half. And then for these cufflinks, you need to buy the 2.5 inch cufflinks. They bolt together and cinch up really nice. This one's 2.5 inches straight across. That'll be used on one side to connect it. Then you do need another cuff that is 2.5 inches on one side, and it reduces down to 2 inches. And that's because on the other side, it transitions down to a 2-inch pipe. These are about $7 each, and you can get all this stuff on eBay, readily available. You want to lift the car up, and I went ahead and put it up on the front on blocks there and there. And then I backed it up onto ramps. That gives you plenty of clearance to work underneath. And what you want to do is come down underneath the car. You can see right here, this is your muffler. Here's the front wheels right there in the blocks. Right in the dead center is the little muffler. And you can actually, you could unbolt it right here and here. And then this will separate. Put down under here. Up under this port, it's welded on. So I'm going to take and cut it right here, just with a grinder. And then I'll come up right here and I'll unbolt these. And most likely I'm going to end up cutting it right here with a grinder. And that way I've got a nice smooth surface to put the cuff here and cuff it right down here and splice in the straight pipe. They're loose, and I'm gonna have to use 2 hands to pull this pipe out. We cut it down there already. Now we're unloosening this thing. Now I'm gonna have to like wiggle it back and forth and kind of pop it out of this piece and pull it down. So cut it out. You can see up there where I cut the hole. Right here's where I undid the bolt, and I wiggled this muffler loose. And then the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure from my cut here back to here, and I want it to be exactly 24 inches, which is going to hit me right about here, maybe 23 inches. And then I'm going to cut this piece here. Cut this thing down to 23 inches because that's exactly what the measurement is. This is the easiest part. Nice, 23 inches. Next thing we're gonna do, take these sleeves, Just gonna slip over these things. Just like that. And then we're gonna take this thing underneath the car. We're gonna bolt this thing right up under the car where it goes. All right, let's take this sleeve. We're gonna slip it right open over that cut pipe like this. Probably gonna want to have this a little bit like that so I can access it. I'm right about the halfway mark like that. Then we're gonna take our splice-in pipe and we're gonna put the cuff on the pipe already like this. And then we're going to slide this pipe up in here like that. Slid in nicely. So we can get a shot of this side. And here's where we're lining it up over on this guy. There we go. So now we got this one cuffed on, going down to there, cuffed on there. Now we're just going to tighten up the bolts here. And tighten up the bolts down here and test for leaks. And that is basically it. Pretty easy, very inexpensive, just a pain in the butt working on your back in such a tight area. I get a bunch of questions after I do these things asking me, hey, you know, can you do a follow-up video and let us know how it worked out and everything. Well, anyway, I think it's been over a year since I did the delete of the muffler, and I've had 0 leaks, no rattling, and it's been running really good. Some pros and cons depending on the beholder. One is the car's louder inside the cab and outside the cab. I actually like that. My wife hates it. It does stink more. It smells, you know, like a diesel, but it smells more chemically smelling from the diesel. And I'll go ahead and start up here and you guys can hear what it sounds like a little bit louder. You should know what your own car sounds like when it starts up. That was a cold start. You can see some of the exhaust coming out. And then I was revving it. The engine was choking a little bit because it wasn't warmed up, but I let it warm up a little bit. Rev it all the way up over 5,000 RPMs, and it actually sounds pretty cool on the inside and on the outside because of the turbo. Anyways, hope you guys like it.